Marco Carolla from Ticks for Good, who played a round with us. I feel like I went 12 rounds with Tyson playing that round. How you feeling after playing the Country Club Scranton, Marco?
Tired, without a doubt. This place is unbelievable.
Yeah,
I've never seen greens like it.
Ever.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
And he plays a lot of golf.
Yeah, Marco hits it great, man.
He does.
I tell you, and the greens wore all of us out.
Baseball player. He's got that baseball player
Yeah.
swing. So, Marco, talk about Ticks for Good. Tell us how this came about, what you guys are all about.
Sure. I'll tell you a little bit myself first. I jokingly refer to myself as a retired school teacher. And then a good friend of mine, Tim Chu, came along. I was actually a head coach at RCSJ Cumberland. I was the head baseball coach there. And we had to fundraise for everything that we did. And Tim is a really good friend of mine. And he said, hey, man, I think there's a better way for you to fundraise. He goes, what if I bought you we bought really awesome sports tickets and you offer them to your players' parents as a way to fundraise? I said, that sounds awesome. And we did it, and it was a huge success. And fast forward about 6 or 8 months, Tim says, I want to go full-time with this. How would you like to come work for me? And I said,
Wow.
Buddy, you got me. Actually, I think his exact words were, how much do you need to make to get you out of the classroom? And I said,
Sounds very Jordan Spieth-esque.
Yes. I said, we can cut a deal, bud. Absolutely. So I've been full-time for about 14 months now. So what we do is we source really awesome ticket prizes, hence the name Ticks for Good. And what we do is we team up with nonprofits and give the nonprofit donors an opportunity to make a donation to their favorite nonprofit. And in return, when they make that donation, they're entered in to win those ticket prizes. So I'll give you a quick example. We have 2 tickets to go see the 2025 Masters. So you can go on our website, ticksforgood.org. You could pick any one of our almost 300 nonprofits, and you make as little as a $25 donation, and you're entered in to win 2 passes to Saturday and Sunday.
Wow.
Not just the practice round, So we like the premium, ticket packages for a low buy-in, and it all goes to a good cause.
Wow, what a cool idea! I mean,
Very cool.
How do you brainstorm that? Like, what was that like coming up with? Oh yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
So Tim will relish in my comment here, but Tim's a pretty smart guy. I think he's been cooking up this idea for quite some time, and for me, I saw it as a way. I'll say, as on the nonprofit side, raising money for a junior college baseball team, I said there's a lot of other people out there like me that need this help.
Yeah.
They're doing everything else in the world. They're raising families. They're trying to do their job as best as they can. For me, with my players and my students, I didn't have time to go out there and plan golf tournaments. You guys know how long that takes, or plan dinners or galas or beef and beers, you name it, whatever it was. So it just seemed like such a no-brainer. This was such a good idea, and I'm so happy I jumped on board.
No doubt. So tell us about, if you're a business looking to get involved, if you're a nonprofit, or if you're just someone that's looking to find out more about it, what's the best way to do all that?
Sure. Go to ticksforgood.org. There's a Work With Us tab. Fill that out. If not, just simply send me an email, marco@ticksforgood.org. And as far as a business goes, we source all of our prizes through sponsors. We are a nonprofit ourselves, and what we give in return to our businesses is exposure on all different types of media platforms. This one being an example. We have a Goated Putter sitting on the table here. Our good friends at Goated Putter, created these custom putters for us, and they're really awesome. They're like the coolest thing that I have in my golf bag. So today, I got to tell you, Kevin, who sells us it needs a better handler than me to take down the Country Club of Scranton, because
you tried to give it to me and I didn't handle it.
It was almost like a Goodwill Hunting scene. I grabbed him and I said, "It's not your fault."
Yeah,
it's not your fault.
Yeah,
it's not your fault. I just kept telling him because
I certainly was not a savant on the greens today. I'll tell you that. But so we use really awesome things like these putters to get our sponsor's name out into the world. We go on really awesome podcasts like this. We put our sponsor's logo on our website. Our website gets the traffic of over 260 nonprofits and a ton of other things. iHeartMedia. We get our sponsors out there in any way possible that we can. And as far as the nonprofit goes, it's as simple as going on our website and signing up. It's free to sign up. There's no upfront cost. There's no obligation to use any one of our prizes. You can use all of them or one of them. There's no minimum that you have to raise, and you get your cut of everything. So it's a 72-28 split of everything that we raise. As of right now, we're hoping at one point that we're able to give 100% of our proceeds back to our nonprofit. That's the goal, and the nonprofits are the core of this entire thing that we do.
Awesome. Great stuff. Make sure you check it out. Ticks for Good. Great playing with you today.
Yeah, man.
Dude,
Looking forward to playing some more.
Oh, my goodness. This was awesome.
Talk about how, because it happened to all of us,
Yeah.
how these greens get in your head, where you're just like, your first couple putts might go way by, and then all of a sudden you're like afraid to hit it.
So I was fooled the first 3 holes. I parred 2 out of 3. Right, my first 2 out of 3 holes, I felt pretty good. I was getting off the tee. I was putting the ball on the green. I 2-putted a couple of holes.
Once we got pressed.
Once we pressed after number 3. Once we got
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, yeah, Jim.
Yeah,
thanks for pressing us.
Once Jim pressed
On the par 5?
Yeah.
and then Harry asked me what my handicap was, and
I was just about to ask.
and I knew that was a piece of gamesmanship, and I told
Asked
myself
or interrogated. I thought it was a bit,
it was
aggressive.
it was a more of an
Really?
interrogation.
Wait, what did you think he was sandbagging?
I just wanted to know what it was, and turns out there wasn't any.
Oh,
I don't have
That's
one.
when I'm like, I hate to do it.
He told me that was a stone violation. Those were his exact words. And from there, I had a birdie putt, and I ended up 4-putting.
Welcome to the country
I
club,
had a
Scranton.
birdie putt from about 16 feet, and I ended up 4-putting.
Me too.
And it was the most and from there I was like, okay, I'll shake that one off, no problem. And then I did it 2 or 3 more times before the end of the front 9, and from there I just
Then you need to shrink,
from
right?
there I resigned myself to just hit it and hope, and there's just not a better way for me to do this without a caddy. So
Right.
thanks, Harry, I appreciate you.
No doubt. Well, listen, thanks for coming up. Thanks
Thank
for,
you, guys.
Yeah, thank
partnering
you,
with us
man.
and
It
doing some
was
great
great.
stuff with us. Looking forward to doing some more, and we'll get back out there soon.
No, this was so much fun. I appreciate you guys, and one more time, ticksforgood.org.
You got it. All right, let's take a quick
Thanks,
break,
Marco.
and we will be right back.